This time, we will get this first time, like an assassin. Now, we begin. This is a surprise stream. Why am I getting a load thing right there? What's that about? A surprise stream. Surprisingly early. I'm just messing with you. I'm just why touch on. There we go. Now we're in business. So, what is going on? A, I'm streaming about half an hour early. B, I'm doing Gaxmoor again. The Anchor's Home map is mostly done. I'm going to put a compass rose on there, maybe shade some trees. But I'm going to do that another time because the guys are going to actually give me a compass rose that they want to use. So, I'm going to jump into Gaxmoor while we're waiting, right? Because we're having fun with this one, and I think we have an opportunity this evening to finish the cemetery and go north there, where there were huts. We're going to do the huts, and then there's a burned out place. We're going to do that. I've got the PDF to one side, so we can read about those locations. We're just going to jump into this. We're going to warm ourselves up. Let me just check this brush. It is correct. Okay, we're going to warm ourselves up on the graveyard, okay? Or the crypts, I think they called it in the PDF, right? Let's... Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. This is going to be a little tedious. Because this is going to take a while to do. And really, at the end of the day, it only really adds texture. You know? We zoom out on this thing. And it's like, you're just not going to really be able to see much. But I love to draw my stuff. So you can zoom in and see the details, even if let's say the print is this size. What if they want to do a poster, right? Well, now you can see the stuff. We're going to add some bushes and stuff here too, you know? A little bit of overgrowth. Maybe some minor mausoleums. See if we can get this done fairly expeditiously. I kind of want to also wrap these mausoleums a little bit. Like, give them a sense that there's been a graveyard kind of spilling around them. I kind of want it to feel old, you know? I want it to feel ancient. Have these little pockets. You know, when you go to an ancient graveyard, an old graveyard, and there's always these little nooks and crannies, and then there's like a grave back there. Hey guys, I didn't see you there. I was like in the zone. Morning, Miss Jake. Pleased to meet you. Or see you again. Meet you. Tom Carter's. Sir, good to have you on board the stream. And Joy's here. Yay, Joy. I almost tricked you, Joy. I'm actually starting the stream a little bit early. Good to have you here. Today we're drawing graveyards, and up there's some huts, so we're going to draw some huts today. How is everyone's day going? Miss J, I know that your day has just started. Well, what's everyone been up to? What is it, Wednesday? Coming in towards the end of the week. This weekend I have my Call of Cthulhu game that I'm running. I'm really pumped. I'm pumped about it. I think there might be a player death this weekend. I think there's a distinct possibility of it. And in the Call of Cthulhu game, it's probably like about time. Box office objects to that. He's one of the players. Well, it's just a thing, Jack. I mean, it happens. You guys are getting into some serious shiznit. Miss J, good so far. Started shading the cliffs. Can't at the moment. No Photoshop crashes if anything else is open at the moment. Really annoying. Oh, that is annoying. Box office admits, yeah, I happen to be playing a character who fits the bill of the targets of the mass murders in London. Yes, yes you do. Where, it's the Soho murders. There's been 19 murders, and 17 of them are Egyptian nationalists. Jack is playing an Egyptian character. So probably not getting the warm and fuzzies right now. So today, or this month, is like this Inktober thing that's going around. Artists are like doing like ink, like, you know, drawings each day. So I think my contribution is going to be this. This is all I got. Today I drew a graveyard. I don't want to draw like competing mausoleums to the named locations. But a couple of little lesser locations will probably make the area feel a little bit more believable. Probably should get some trees and stuff in here too, huh? Doing my trees on another layer is kind of like not my usual style. It makes sense, but it's not my usual approach. Because like the temptation right now just to like be doing like overgrowth and stuff at the same time. It's overwhelming. Overwhelming on the overgrowth. We might actually do this one just a little bit quicker than I thought. We're motoring through this. This is not too shabby. Miss J, I imagine it's messing with your head. I had a major layer merging session last night to reduce the file size and it felt wrong. Sometimes you gotta do it, right? Once so I used to actually be pretty damn ridiculous with the volume of layers that I had. And it's not necessarily a good thing all of the time, right? But it gives you options. So I did this map once and it was like a isometric view, like Lord of the Rings style, right, on a region, and every tree was its own layer for some reason. Ink. Then every colouring of every tree with its own layer. Then every shadow of every tree with its own layer. And I ended up with something like 4 layers per tree. And there were hundreds of trees on this map. Hundreds. I literally had about 3,600 layers. And my system choked. It choked. I cannot describe the coronary I put on my system. It was so bad. I actually thought I was going to lose the map. Like, Photoshop just wouldn't respond, you know? And I had to do a major merging session on that one too. And once I actually managed to get a few, like, 100 layers merged, it was fine, you know. I got control back again. It was fine, but I pushed my luck on that one. And I think I potentially went too far the other way after that. Like trying to minimize my layers too much. Yeah, it was pretty horrible. Thankfully, it wasn't like while I was streaming or anything. It was before those days, but it was kind of a dick. It was kind of a dick. Now this building had another building nearby. Small building, gabled roof. It did. See, I remembered. I'm a smarty. am I doing? What am I doing? Keep the flow going, young lady. Keep the flow going. Hobbs, gotta keep the flow, right? Gotta keep the flow. Mr. Valor, sir. Welcome to the stream this evening. I like the community on Twitch. You know, I've been on Facebook a while. I've got a lot of people on Facebook that I know. A lot of people on Facebook I've actually met. But I like the emerging camaraderie we've got going here. I will admit. Some are familiar faces, you know, logging back in fairly regularly. I love it. Who knows, maybe I'll actually start to learn things about you cool peeps at some point. I know quite a bit about Mischief. Like, it's so much of, like, job, occupation, what she's doing in life. I want to get to know a lot more of you. Maybe even Cinema Jack too. I have a feeling that one of these buildings had pillars or something outside of it. I just seem to remember reading that. Black and red tiles. Pavilion. Gabled roof. That's got a dome on the top. This has steps coming up the top. Okay, we've got to get steps on that one. Statues. This one's got statues. Is that what that says? I think that says statues. Alright. And this one says fallen statues? Oh, that's taking shape. Look at that little pretty thing. You get a little minx. You get a little sausage right there. Mr. Valor. Link it. Everyone uses different names all over the place. Yeah, let me know who you are on Facebook. Hobbs says, I'm just getting into the Twitch community, but I agree, it's great. Yeah, it kind of warms up a little bit, right? You find your channels that you like hanging out in. That's one thing, I mean, so Dr. Disrespect, gamer. I love the man. He's incredibly entertaining. But he's so popular that you can never get to know anyone in the chat, like, at all. And he can't really get to know you. You're just watching, like, this guy on TV, you know? Entertaining, but I like the smaller communities, get to know people. Hobbs, I do an old school podcast. Count me in, my friend. I've done some podcasts. I've done some podcasts and YouTube interviews and things like that, but I've been on podcasts a few times. Count me in. Would love to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to draw the graves first without worrying about the details. I mean, I could probably honestly not worry about the details at all, but that's not what we do here. We will be worrying about details, but let's just get our basics down first. breaking a cardinal rule here, because I should be doing roof details separate. Miss J made me promise. And look, I've not done it. But I don't think the little dot in the centre is going to interfere with our colouring. Yeah, that's not looking too shabby. That's not looking too shabby. So a long time ago, like maybe a full 2 weeks ago, I mentioned on this stream, and no one will probably remember, about a convention that was a virtual convention, because I was talking about how cool it would be, like if Miss J was like doing her thing, I was doing mine, because there's a lot of cartographers here, right? Maybe Cave Geek doing his thing, and how it'd be kind of fun for people just to be able to sort of like just flip between the different people, but at the same time kind of watching everyone. And it reminded me of a convention that is a virtual convention, and I couldn't remember the name of it, and I didn't know if they were still going. Well, it's called EtherCon. They are still going, because they've asked me to actually be on it at the beginning of November. So that'll be kind of fun. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to do something on EtherCon. It was funny that literally I spoke about them on the stream, and then within days, they were like, "Hey, will you go on EtherCon?" I was like, "Oh my god, you guys, you're still going." You Hobbs, you know him. Yeah, they have been going a while. They wanted me to participate like back in 2014 or something like that. But honestly, it was too early for me. I didn't really understand the concept. I was like, "Yeah, that sounds dumb." But the world has moved on, and they were just clearly a little bit ahead of their time. It's kind of a cool freaking idea. Are we done with this? Are we kind of settled on this now? I think we might be, right? Maybe we'll add some roof details. Maybe we'll do some roof details, finish this area off. Oh, and of course, let's get the descriptions dialed in. Hobbs, I did a small online con last year. Well, that's awesome, man. Around the podcast audience, about 30 or 40 people attended. That's fantastic. Miss J, but isn't the internet just one big constant thing like that always? Although I suppose if a bunch of people were Twitch streaming at the same time and sharing the audio somehow, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to almost have us all in the room together You know, no, virtually, so you kind of see us all, but you can kind of like go into one, maybe go into another. Maybe we could even see what they're doing over there. I don't know. It'd be almost like a workshop, a seminar. But I didn't think it through. So you got to do it again, Hobbs? Let's turn our narrate layer back on, and let's cross these off one at a time. This is a 25-foot pavilion. I don't know if that has been succeeded or not, but we'll cross that one off. We'll add the roof later. Do we add the roof later? Or do we add the roof now? Roof details. Mystery would be like like the gameplay streamers do, everyone on screen, that type of thing. Hobbs, we're considering doing a live con in 2020. Could someone else could catch all your streams and stream that on their stream? Isn't that Streamception right now? That's kind of breaking my brain. Well, oh, because this is a bloody graveyard. I really want to merge the graveyard with my ink. Why did I put the graveyard on a separate layer? Why did I do that? I'm not clear why I did that. Oh, hold on. It does sound delightfully messy, doesn't it? I think what we're saying is it's a terrible idea. Although, if it was more like a lobby, and you could see thumbnails, and maybe if you hovered over the thumbnail, you could hear what was going on, but you could see the little video, and you could see, let's say, a dozen going. So you could see this person mapping over here, this person is like doing a tutorial over here, and you could click on it and go into that room and listen to what's going on, but then you could back out any time. And maybe you can even see the other workshops going, but you can't hear them while you're in a workshop type of deal. That software literally doesn't exist, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I like it. I like it. I'm tempted to merge the graveyard. I'm really tempted to merge the graveyard with my ink layer. I can't think of a good reason why it's... Maybe in case I want to delete some details. Maybe that's why I'm doing it. Alright, so this has got black and red tiles leading up to this building. So like Twitch, but everyone's working at the same time and have some sort of link page. Exactly, yeah. Hobbs, thank you for joining the Legions. Box office, wow, my beeps come through on screen. Apparently the printer main menu is a frequency high enough to pick up. I can't hear it, but maybe it's got these. I'm literally not hearing it. Is everyone else hearing Jack's 3D printer? It's like several rooms away. I'm not hearing it. Oh, except maybe when you're like pressing buttons or something. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You got a 3D printer going. How geeky nerdy does that get? It's fine. We could probably set up a camera just on it as it's doing its 3D print and everyone would be entertained. And they're not hearing it. Thanks for confirming, guys. Blue and black and red tiles. Alright, let's leave that on the narrate layer. Small building, gabled roof. Now, forgive my ignorance, but is this what they mean by gabled roof? Or do they mean multiple gables? 3D printer cam, please. So we need a cat cam and 3D printer cam. That's a good idea. I'm firing up the Googles. Gabled roof. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a gabled roof, right? A gabled roof is the most classic, commonly occurring roof shape. It consists of two roof sections sloping in opposite directions. So that counts, right? What I drew, I think that works. I think that works. Flat at each ends, so just a line down the middle. Oh. Now, because I did that just on roof details, Miss J, I can just do that. Oops. Apparently I can't draw a straight line. You know, let's do this a little bit differently. Too thick. Too thick. It's getting fancy now, you're right. Look at me. It's almost like I'm learning some stuff. And because of the advice you gave, I have supreme confidence with these tiles and still being able to actually colour the roof underneath. I was about to draw a chimney on this thing, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute, it's a mausoleum. Why is there a chimney? Who's that for? Now, not every building is going to get this level of love. But it's early in the city history here, you know? I think we can get carried away a little bit. There are no deadlines on this map yet. Oh, that's kind of pretty. That's kind of pretty. Private cremation. Alright, you win. Tom, I'm watching, listening in, just getting on with some maps. That's what it's all about, Tom. That's what it's all about, my friend. Everyone's doing their own thing. We have this shit going on in the background here. That's the best type of stream. When I watch the meal, I'm typically at my day job, and I have her like on the laptop off to one side, and I'm working. And occasionally I'll look across, see what she's up to, or chat with her. That's the way you want to do it. What's that? What is this? Like, what is that right there? Oh, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, so that's on my narrate layer. Okay, okay, okay. That's a fallen door. I think there was something about the description, so we're going to come back to that. Miss J, you're right there. Thank you. Let's do a simpler version of that now. I think sometimes you can just get away with almost doing patches, and it's fine. Yeah, not bad. Brian, I was the... Alright, Brian comes in swinging. Brian hasn't been here in a short while. Brian, that's no door. It's a ski ball machine. Brian, big hugs to you, man. You have no idea how much the ski ball gets mentioned while you're not here. It is part of the channel. It is part of the channel. How are you doing? I was actually going to text you earlier on. Did you see the specialist? Have you had your surgery? What's going on? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Totally understood. But I was thinking about you. Alright. So what else we got? So the black and red tiles, I'm going to leave that. The small building next door and the gabled roof. Okay, let's delete that. We've got that covered. We do need to add some grass next. Well, you know, overgrowth and stuff. I might do that in colouring. Alright, surgery was rescheduled again. Hopefully for the 15th. Alright, my friend. Yeah, because I know that you're getting real pissed off over there. Well, that's a big weight. Right, what else we got? My writing, man. What? Let's turn the graveyard off for a moment. Stone path. Alright, okay, well we can do a stone path. I just did a naughty. I just drew that on the wrong layer. And then... And... Alright, stone path. Stone path. I don't think a stone path has to be roof details, right? That's different. And I kind of want to add some trees. I want to add some trees. I'm going to do trees before we move on to the huts. cobblestone path. Dome. Scheduling is at the mercy of the OR. What does OR mean? Operating room, right? Did I get it? Dome. Look at it, draw a dome. That sucks, Brian. Sorry, man. Sorry that you're waiting on that. Alright. We are going to do... Let's do it lighter now. There we go. I used to have little tools set up. Edit stroke. Let's do that again. For like I had actions, recorded actions set up, so I could just hit a button and it would do goo goo goo, and it would like do these various roofs, like I'm doing now. But I lost them all in one of the upgrades in Photoshop. They disappeared, so I gotta recreate them all, and I don't want to recreate them like on chat. Maybe one day I'll recreate them as kind of a little tutorial, for people that don't know how to set up actions. I don't know. What have we got here? West side steps. Well, I actually think that we looked at the building on this though, and there was, more than just the west side, right? So we got steps on the west as well. Oh, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Alright, so what are we looking at? Oh, that was through the tunnel there. Okay, we got that. I don't want to lose my whole narrate layer, so that's why I'm kind of like erasing it piecemeal right now. Normally I would just like do a Control-Alt-Delete. And I don't want to get into multiple narrate layers. But I kind of just want to get rid of this shit. Maybe we should finish this roof right here. Just so we can see what's going on. Right? Alright. So, well, yeah, let's do dome building. Oh no, round building. Round building had a wall around it and something connecting it, so this is a building here. Tom Carter's, I'd love to learn how to do that. I use actions, but only know how to do very basic ones. I used to do some pretty complex, fun actions. I love actions. But like I say, I kind of lost my entire library of actions. I don't know how, but I did. It's like, so I subscribe to Photoshop, and every single time that it does an upgrade, it leaves like a previous version on there too, so you end up with all of these versions. And so I did this uninstall one day trying to clean things up, and it kind of broke everything, and I think I lost it then. I might have my actions in an earlier version. I have two versions of Photoshop on this machine. And I don't know why it does that. It's like, why are you upgrading but leaving the first one there? That is not a good line, Faden. I'm on roof details. I am on roof details. Yeah, that's looking pretty swish. That's looking pretty swish. I'm okay with that. The only one you have is enlarged by 5%. How come you use enlarged by 5% a lot? What's that about? King Bashman! Good to see you, my friend. King Bashman, stream is muted because I'm playing a game on your other channel, so you can't hear me. I'm playing a game on another channel. He's playing a game on the other channel. He is on another channel right now. What the heck? Alright, so this fallen door. Let's do our fallen door. He got it. Let's do fallen door. Let's do a bigger fallen door. It'll do. Steps leading up to this one. Tom says I have odd ones like shrink to 24% and enlarge by 94.9. Alright, oh, Miss J, for textures, if you want to make them a lot bigger without losing too much detail and creating too much fuzziness, enlarge by small increments. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that either. So this is kind of missing something. This is kind of missing. This had steps. This one said steps coming up. So let's add some steps. Converting between 300 dpi, 140 dpi, and 72 dpi for print. Really? Okay. Hey, Chris! Well, talking about battle maps. Alright. So, Chris, you just missed Tom talking about his DPIs for VTT games, virtual tabletop games. Good to see you, Chris. And the Angel's here, everyone. Stream can start. It's like my bloody ear was itching as hell and I couldn't leave it anymore. Fallen Door sounds like a location name. It does. Angel, good to see you here. Good to see you here. Alright, let's do some steps. Angel, I will zoom out right now, my girlfriend. Just give me a second. You know, I'm gonna actually erase this grave right here. I don't like it. Alright, let's do this. Well, we should do a roof on that. We should do a roof. What roof are we gonna do on this? What roof are we gonna do on this? I know what roof we're gonna do on this. Sushi, ice cream, while watching Family Ties. Right on. That's a good evening. Mr. Fowler, do not start that purple thing. Not with Angel and Brian in the chat at the same time. And you know you're doing that on purpose. If I could make Angel's name purple, I would. I'm just saying. I don't think I have control over that type of thing. You almost had me. Alright, taking shape. Taking shape. I want to get some more roof details going on, you know? I feel like every single one of these should have something. Oh, no, it's big. It's not as big as a skee ball machine. Nothing could be. But it's a thing. We talk about the colour purple, or the lack thereof, when you're not here. We do. It's been a subject a few times. The fact that you're watching this and typing on the phone, Brian, honestly, much love for that. I don't know what that says. I'm going to have to look that up in the PDF. Oh, what was that? Oh, fallen statues. Alright, fallen statues. Let's do the fallen statues next. And then we'll come back to that. But fallen statues here. What is that? Raft? Wall? Rail? Paul? Pal? Paul? Pan? Ran? I don't know what that is. Chris says, how was your weekend, Alyssa? Did you map all of it or do some other stuff? So Chris, I actually I mapped Saturday. I think it was this. It was Gaxmoor episode 2. It was Gaxmoor. I did like 4 hours of a stream on Saturday. It was good fun. And then Sundays I'm keeping to admin day. When I do things on the stream, like I've got games working on the stream, for example. So I'm going to do that every Sunday unless I'm a crunch for like a deadline. So it was an admin day, and we actually shopped for a new car. Our lease is coming up on the car that we've got currently, and we want to replace it with a non-leased car that's actually a lot cheaper. So we went car shopping, and then we did breakfast, and it was a glorious day. Oh, and I had to do a little bit of day job work too, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. But we watched Endgame and Infinity War. Or is that flipped? But we watched those two over the weekend too. So, well, like one on Saturday, one on Sunday. That was awesome. So it was a great weekend, honestly. It was an awesome weekend. What about yourself? Angel, what are you on about? Chris, please don't spam the chat. Oh, no, come on, girl. He said it up there, and he repeated it because I missed it the first time. That's not spam, girl. Come on. Let's be fair. I miss a lot of things. Come on. Let's not start moderating people that ask a question twice, please. That's not spam. So anyway, Chris, that's what I did. It was a great weekend. And I forgot what that building there is meant to be. C11. Alright, let's look up C11. It's alright, Angel. I know you're just looking out for me. And I appreciate that. I do. Well, you know, well, you get it. We'll know a spammer when they arrive, right? We'll know a spammer when they arrive. Miss J. Pink is great, but please don't have any mega pink stage. Yeah, it can be a little overdone, right? But it's a learning process, I think, right? Area. What am I looking for? I'm looking for C's. It's like everything that, you know, you learn at 8 years old or 9 years old. Angel's got to learn now. And heck, there's a lot of people that never quite learn, male and female. Chris did mapping, watching a few streams on YouTube, etc. Now working on gambling. A gambling module for 5th edition. Oh, you know what? Did I finish those trees? I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to zoom out right now. Let me just get to the crypt. Here we go. I'm in the crypt area. Alright. I want to look at what crypt 11 is here. Crypt 11. There we go. Alright. The statues outside of this crypt have been knocked over. And bashed open, and the door bashed open. That's it. It doesn't talk about a volume of statues or anything. It just says statues have been knocked over. So let's do this, and then I'm going to zoom out for you guys. I'm going to be adding the zoom command so you guys can be saying zoom. But let's just do this. Let's get rid of you guys. Because it's going to interfere. No graves out the front. And let's draw. Let's draw. Now we've got to be careful that we don't actually draw like the massive stuff. Well, maybe they could be massive, right? Toppled statues. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. And let's just turn our narrate layer off because we've got some distractions on there. That graveyard, I think, has taken shape. I think that's looking like part of the map now. So we finished the hills, we finished the trees. We actually, out on the west there, redrew the marsh to make that look prettier. And yeah, we're firmly into drawing buildings. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, it's taken shape, right? We'll do a few more roof details, yeah, on it. Because then it just looks prettier than just boxes, right? King Bashman is working on maps, game module settings, publishing company, etc. You've got your hands full, myself. Actually, King Bashman, I'm not sure if you can hear us, but what's up with the Kickstarter? Because wasn't that meant to go live? Where you at? Angel, I play, or used to play, a lot of driving games, right? And I'm a snob with driving games too. The game and the steering wheel gotta have great force feedback. I go for expensive wheels. And I've got a cockpit that I had made for me. It's a wooden cockpit, kind of all expands out and everything. Not a sitting thing, it's like, it almost looks, it collapses and expands out. And it's painted in sparkling purple. And it's gorgeous. And it's got the number 19 on the side, my birth date. Alright. So we did the fallen statues. Let's get our narrate layer back on. We're gonna have to look up that. What is that? C10. Well, we're right in that area. What is C10? In the northeastern part of the graveyard stands an odd-looking mausoleum. The building is constructed of black stained wood. That would be a colouring endeavour, with broad leaves covering the roof. Okay, we'll do some like leaf effect on it. Leaf effect on the roof. Okay. The stone flagged pathway leads up to the entrance. Was that what I did? Did I write the words path? Alright. Is that what that is? Really? Does that say path? That's a pretty sorry excuse for writing. Okay, wood roof. And a path. Well, it's not much of a path there, is there? Angel, Angel, I will take a photo of it, my friend. I know I owe you a few things, but I will take a photo of it. You know, I've got to do my game room at some point, one of these admin days. So, might as well actually set up the wheel and show you the setup. Alright, there's a reason for what I'm doing here. Ah. Go away. Uh-oh, Angel started swinging. Yeah, I could have moved it. I'm not gonna. I think it's fine. Just talk about how long this stone path is. There's a path. Oh, I do need to do the roof detail though. He is indeed from Randy's crew. He's half of Two Kings. King Bashman is Jeff. He's the one that brings the bourbon. Alright, that looks cute. That looks cute. Cute as a button. Let's do this one with the fallen statues while we're here. Chris, you gotta do Jewel, like you just did, with a space and the name of who you want to bash up. And they have to accept it. Thank you, Angel. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Just trying to create a little bit of variety in these mausoleums. Let's do this. Spending a little bit longer on the graveyard than I was intending tonight. Like, double the amount of time, but it's pretty, so what the hell ever. Brian, you can't duel yourself. Only you would do that. Your card. And Miss J may not be in stream right now, like, paying attention. She does tend to, like, ignore the duels. She's like, doing stuff, like she's drawing and things, so she might... why is everyone trying to beat up on Miss J anyway? Poor girl. Miss J, so when Miss J says she's cloning my style, she's actually pretty damn close to it. Like, I was looking at her stuff on Instagram, and I'm like, holy shit, that looks like I drew it. Like, pretty damn close. Right down to her bridges have little stones right where I would draw them. She's looking pretty damn good. She's going to put me out of business. Alright, so statues large. What's statues large? Because this is the last one that's actually got a description, apparently. What is that for? C9. This large, sturdy stone building seems to be less ornate than many of the crypts around it. Alright, we'll keep it nice and simple. The plain grey stone blocks are mostly undecorated, although there's many statues around the outside of the building. Many statues. Okay, now statues, obviously, at this scale, are going to be more like dots, right? But we'll see what we can do. We'll do the roof detail, we'll keep it nice and simps, and then I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to clear a bit of space around this. We're going to add some statues, and then we could always put some graves back in. Angel went food shopping. And has yogurt. You know, I actually love yogurt. And I don't have it enough. I don't, you know, and when I do have it, I forget that I've got it. I love yogurt and granola, like Greek yogurt and granola. I'm going to do one falling over. Nothing says I can't. Plain Greek yogurt. Throw anything in there, right? Any type of fruit. Good old anything, you're right. Anything. It's good. My favourite no added sugar treat is fruit in puff pastry with cream or yogurt. Oh, that sounds good right now. Especially because I'm doing a keto diet right now. That sounds good. Alright, we wanna create a plain, undecorated thing here. But I kinda wanna do at least a little bit. Select, modify, contract. Let's give it about 5. Let's give it 5. And then go up to roof details and do edit stroke on the inside. 3 pixels? 3 pixels it is. Alright, keep it nice and plain. That's all of the narrate actually, so I'm just going to turn the narrate back off here. Because we can actually just draw now. Let's go back to our graveyard. Brush. Let's do 5 pixels. Angel, you are just wanting to scrap everyone tonight. I think you're looking to get some victories in. Alright, we've got that. Let's do these. Let's do these. Angel ordered you mechanical keyboard. Should be here tomorrow. I love my mechanical keyboard. That's fantastic. That's weird that it didn't accept the challenge, King. How much gold you got? Do exclamation gold. Let's just make sure you can duel, right? I think it costs about 50 gold. You got 15. Let's just check what you need to do a fight. Jewel needs 50. You know what? Let's drop the cost. We're gonna make jewels be 50. 10, alright? Jewels are now 10. Make it a little bit more accessible to you. I'm still dialing in how much you earn for watching, and I might bump that up a little bit, and how much it costs to actually do the mini games. Because I've got nothing to, like, you know, compare it to, so I left everything on defaults, and some of them might be a little bit stiff. But we'll dial it in over time, right? I might award more for watching too. Right now it's like 1 every 10 minutes or something. We might do 1 every minute. Maybe that'll be too much. We'll figure it out. Chris is dueling himself. Chris is literally punching himself. Chris is doing Fight Club right now. You can't duel Claudius. He's the bot. I don't think Claudius has anybody. Alright. I think that's our graveyard done. I think that's our graveyard. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Hey up, Angel's doing a heist. Well, I'm gonna get in on this heist. Hold on a sec. Oh, and I think you gotta do heist and how much you're actually gonna bet, right? Heist, space, how much you actually want to slap down. Just like I typed in there, okay? You got 2 minutes to join the heist. And it's a 100% win if you get it, but it's a 100% loss if you don't. Miss J's into the heist. Chris is in the heist. While the heist is warming up, let's review our next section. A27. Area 27. Let's try doing a search. Oh no, I'm in the areas. Thank you, Miss J. I think it came out okay. I think it's a evolution over the previous map. Alright. The heist is off. The heist went off without a hitch. Angel gets 20. Alyssa gets 100. Chris gets 20. We all win! Yay! Heisters! Yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. While I'm reading Area 27, let's just leave it right there. I think it looks pretty. I am going to add some further vegetation, some little trees here and there, but I think it looks pretty darn good. Chris is up to 25 gold. Catching. So Area 27. Really? Area 27? Right, so let's just look at Area 27 here for a moment. Because there's a few buildings there, but the description is kind of weird. This large rustic building... I feel like the label's in the wrong place. This large rustic building stands amazingly intact despite the destruction that surrounds it. A sign depicting a dusty traveller garbed in brown and green, leaning on a stout staff, hangs above the door. Strange letters are carved into the bottom of the sign. The building has 2 stories constructed out of large, rough-hewn timbers. The door and shutters appear to be shut fast. I think... Oh, and this is a stable too. Weary Travellers Respite Inn and Stable. I think... I'm going to turn my narrator back on. I think this is meant to be Area 27 right here. And let's say, you know, this is the stable or something. That's what I'm thinking. So, which means, if actually just to, this label I think belongs over here. I think Area 26, I think these are just shared rickety buildings and stuff. So I think this is an extension of it. So, and we're going to do that. But this building here says that there's destruction all around it, and I'm not seeing that on the map. So we are going to add that. And we're going to use A26 to carry it. I'm semi-tempted to relocate A27. This bend in the road bothers me. There's no reason at all why this road, when they're building it, it would go, oh shit, we've got a shack in the way. We better build around the shacks, Tom, and do this. We're not going to do that. We are going to have our road come straight through. Which makes me want to put the inn here on the road. So that is what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. Let's turn that off. And let's go back to our ink. The road is indeed a little bit on the janky side. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. This is what we do, right? This is what we do on the Faden channel. We fix shit. It's kind of like, you know, between Rikadon and this, that's kind of been a theme for the last month of mapping. Look at a previous map, do your version of it, which invariably then leads to critiquing the previous map, as little as we don't want to do that. I always like softening angles with vegetation like this. And likewise, we can, like long stretches of road, we can soften up too that way. And we're not going to draw all of this. But if we're going to draw our road that the tavern is on, well, you know, we're close now. We might as well finish this. There we go. Angel 1 mod, alright. Chris is fighting dirty. I am going to erase this road that we did a little earlier on. That was kind of a little bit of a placeholder. Right. May as well, like, get all the way into the city now, right? That was kind of a little bit rough there, but that's okay. We can clean that up. I don't like my roads to be perfect in their width, unless there's some kind of major engineering shit going on. There we go. That was a nice joint. Alright. Nice. That's better. That's better. That kink in the road was really bugging me, and I didn't realise it until we actually looked closely at this area, you know? Alright, we need... I'm not... Is there a map? There's no map for this tavern. There's no map for this tavern. It just says large. We can do what the hell we want here, so let's do it. Let's just draw what we want to draw. Angel, I love your roads. Thank you. I mean, it's like such a simple little thing, right? But I think they work. Especially, like, coloured, but even black and white. You see the road? It's there, but it's not like, ah! Like, I would do harder lines on a more modern environment, right? Because that's kind of what that would give you this very engineered construction type of look, modern feel. But this, I feel that this should be more of a overgrown dirt path in a way. Just pressed earth. Alright, so this is how I do my inns. And for starters, we're going to do the whole inn walled. Let's go back one. Hold on. Let's draw that a little straighter. That's better. Now, a couple of little things I like to do. I'm actually going to erase a section of the wall. And we're going to do... Part of the inn is actually spilling over the wall. And we'll do the inn in a nice sort of classical shape here. Don't do roofs, Faden. Don't do that. I think we'll add a little fountain or something out front. We'll add little posts right here. And then we're going to do the stable. And I think the stable is not going to be up against the walls. Oh, I was about to do roof detail again. Ooh. It is so tempting when you're drawing a building just to get straight in on the detail. You hear Jack in the kitchen? You do. He's chopping something. In stablery, yes, we're doing... right, it's an enclosed area. It's an enclosed area. It's funny how the mic picks him up, and it's actually quite far away. I should maybe turn down the sensitivity, but I don't like, I feel like the stream has been going well for a while, and if I fuck about, I'm going to mess something up. But we could always turn down the sensitivity a little bit. But then when he's like doing his thing. And he's whistling out. And I don't think it's because he's chopping onions. What are we doing? Roof details. Okay, so King Bashman is now unmuted, so I'm going to recommend that we actually just go silent for a while. Now I could do... You know what I can do here? No. That's bad drawing. That's bad drawing. That's not what we do here. Something like that. So what were you doing, playing, King? You said you were playing a game on another channel. Fireplace. Oh, you're playing D&D. What, you're literally playing D&D? That's cool, man. That's cool. The fact that you're playing a game and you're in a stream, that's epic. And it gets you more points than Randy, because Randy on a Monday when he's playing his games, he's a no-show for the stream. Randy's like a part-timer compared to you. Oh, you know what this needs? You know what this needs? Little windows. And this is your room right here, Angel, right at the front, looking out. King Bashman, hey, it's dedication to try. Wizards of the Couch is doing a playthrough of Haunt games leading up to Halloween. Right on. My game is on Twitch, so I don't have to be away from the stream. That's cool. That's really cool. I really, really, really want to start streaming my gaming sessions. And maybe one day we will. I don't think it would be on Chapter 2, England, because I was doing the whole masks. Call the Cthulhu thing, but maybe wherever the players go next. Maybe I'll have it set up by then. Although I think I'm doing some pretty good GMing right now here in England. What did you say, Jack?
Say what?
Say what? I think one day I'll actually have to have Jack as a guest appearance on the stream. There you go. I mean, look at this. Look how pretty this is. Little place where travelers come. Maybe we'll do a little gazebo or something over here. And travelers come into here. And they bring the horses and the carriages into here. There we go. Now that's an inn and stable to me. I like that. Angel says, just do it. Do it. I'm going to Angel. I'm going to. I'm just trying to figure out camera angles and stuff. Alright, Display King. Angel is Jack camera shy. I don't think he's camera shy. He's just not a camera whore like me. You know what I'm saying? Which is a bit of a shame because everyone loves Jack. Everyone loves Jack way more than me. Jack just has to sort of sit there and go. And everyone loves him. He hasn't quite figured out why. But they do. What was that?
You're crazy.
Alright, 826. Alright, so 826 here. A collection of crudely constructed wooden shacks marks the outskirts of Gaxmoor. The shacks appear to be in various stages of ruin, so we're going to draw ruins out here. Some of the buildings are burned, others have been knocked down entirely. A few of the shacks still stand intact. So what I'm seeing with the old map is all of them are intact. We are going to draw ruins, half shacks, a few full shacks. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it our style. I'm probably going to turn the background map, that trace layer, off, and we're going to do those. A25 is another inn. Half caved in, even though it looks fully caved in. This large, devastated two-story building stands in front of you. This formerly sturdy timber and plaster construction is halfway collapsed. Alright, we'll do a halfway collapsed building. An intact stairwell is visible on the north side. Let's do a stairwell. Yeah! Debris covers much of the floor. Alright. Let's do it. Let's draw that. Let's do A25 right here. It looks like it was another inn. Well, and you know what? Because it's next to here, let's, I'm going to just, like, get the basics in first. And then we're actually going to do the ruin and we're going to do a half. But this bears the question now. I think we're going to change the shape. We're going to change the shape. Hold on. Alright. I think we're going to change the shape. And it's kind of on a hill. So you know what? Let's just do this differently. Let's do this differently. A big building. On top of the hill. No, at the bottom of the hill. Big building at the bottom of the hill. There's a stairway near the north part of the building, right? So let's like break our roof. Let's like really shatter our roof in. And then let's actually draw a little stairwell going up, and maybe it actually comes up to a landing here. We'll do some shadows, etc. underneath that. Let's get our little timbers underneath the roof showing. And I think what we'll do here is... Let's make sure we're drawing on the right bit. Yes, we are. They said there's a lot of debris on the ground floor. Sorry for the clattering in the background there, folks. Get some little planks going on here. Alright, let's turn the background off. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking that for the old inn. I'm kind of thinking that. And we'll do an old path. And maybe we'll do some roof details. Do we want to do roof details on this? It might be too much. Let's not do roof details on this. We'll just colour that one. I'm thinking something like that. So, time check. We're kind of getting near the end of the stream here. Let's zoom out. Let's see where we're at. So, next up, we've got to draw these huts. And, you know, ruined huts at that. So what I'm thinking about for that type of thing... is this type of range. Where's my scale bar? Where's my scale? Come up here. Alright, so that hut 30 feet along. That's not too bad. 30 feet. Yeah, it's not tiny. It's not scrunched. So, you know, do some of them, like, mostly collapsed. Alright. So I'm thinking about this type of thing. In this area. And some will be more intact than others, you know? Oops. And we're basically filling this area with them. And maybe we'll probably come up the road a little bit too, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna fill this area in. Right there. I think that will work. I think that will work. So this is where I'm gonna stop the stream. I think this is a good stopping point. And tomorrow night I'm gonna be back at 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern Standard, and we're going to be back on Gaxmoor. Gaxmoor episode 6 tomorrow, right? And tomorrow we're going to draw all of our destroyed little village, our destroyed little huts. And then I think what we'll do is head on... we'll probably look at things. We'll stick with outside for now. I'll check out what A44 is. I don't know what that is right now. A41, A23, A24. We're going to check out those locations up to A20. I don't know what A20 is, but we're going to find out tomorrow. A20 and A19. Maybe we'll get a clue for what those circles are. So we're just going to stick with the outside. This is what we're going to do. And we'll start with those burned down huts. That's what I think that'll be a great place. So I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm going to go eat something. I'm going to be back same time tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see some of you then. And we'll continue with this. So happy Inktober. Everyone have an awesome evening. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Seriously, every single one of you are awesome peeps. You make me mapping be fun. I love it. Until then, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. Love you all.